My Boise State experience was pretty all-encompassing. No matter what I wanted to pursue, I had the opportunity to do so. So whether I wanted to study abroad in Norway or even work at the bike shop on campus, Boise State filled all the different niches that I really wanted to pursue and was interested in. My favorite thing about being a Bronco is probably getting to see my hometown in an entirely new lens. I grew up here in Boise, but coming to Boise State and seeing the awesome conglomeration and convergence of the best of what our community has to offer was just the most incredible thing for me.
So I'm actually from Mexico City, Mexico. I'm an international student, so home is quite far away. My research experience only began recently because I hadn't had the chance to be on campus and do it, in person. But this meant that I finally got the opportunity to kind of apply all the knowledge that I got into my classes, all the theory, into doing something that will probably or hopefully matter in the future. What I want to do in the future at this point in time is to go on to get a master's degree in genetic counseling, and hopefully that way I can kind of wrap up this side of science that I love and I want to keep on researching, especially with cancer, and the other part of human connections that I want to seek and build with others around me. Those are all things that I wouldn't have known that matter to me until I have gone through this past 4 years in Boise State.
So I have wanted to be a teacher since I was 9 years old. I had really great elementary teachers who really inspired me to become a teacher. They showed genuine care for their students and made learning really fun and engaging, made their classroom a very welcoming environment. And so I want to do the same for elementary students. I had a wonderful Boise State experience. My favorite part was being a part of the College of Education. I was really able to build a community within the College of Education and have support from my advisors, professors, and my fellow peers who have actually gone through this journey with me. I've been able to have several of them throughout the same classes since the start of my freshman year.
Right from the get-go, I think even from my first semester onwards, I got the opportunity to work with faculty on some of their research projects, but they also gave me the time and space to kind of develop my own ideas for research. And so I think that strong focus on kind of getting more research experience, but also getting the time and space to work on some of the things you always wanted to was what really attracted me to Boise State. Right from the first semester at Boise State, I got to work on an inclusive STEM education program that Boise State was piloting. And so I got to work with some of the faculty on that research project, where I was doing a little bit of the research, conducting the study and collecting some of the data, and also getting to teach in one of the preschool classrooms side by side. And so it was the perfect mix of, using the teaching skills that I've acquired from before, but also getting to do some of that cutting edge research in education, which is what I came to Boise State for.
Now that I have my degree, I would like to work as either a business analyst or financial analyst. Boise State has prepared me by really providing me obviously the necessary curriculum, but more the personal growth and being able to talk to people in the business world I think has been huge. Being able to interview, I think Kobe really prepares students for that really well. So I went to Canberra, Australia, and I was there from January to mid-March when the pandemic happened and got sent back home. But I was able to meet some incredible people and get to kind of understand business from more of an international standpoint by getting to study abroad.
I've always liked video games. Basically, right out of high school, 20 years ago, I started playing video games, and I never got tired of it, basically. And at some point, I liked making art, and at some point I decided I wanted to make video games. So that's why I went to GIM. Where I really want to go next is into the video game industry, which could take me a lot of places. And I think my time here at Boise State has prepared me for that. Through the GIM major, I've learned a whole lot about how to make games and the various aspects of them. And it's kind of opened up a whole world of possibilities for me.
My favorite thing about being a Bronco would be the sense of community. I joined a club softball team when I got here, and they were super friendly, and it really helped me. I also joined a sorority, and so that helped me find a sense of community, and I could volunteer through that. And so I just love the friendliness of being a Bronco and the sense of community. Now that I have my degree, I've been accepted to medical school at Pacific Northwest University. And Boise State has significantly helped with that because they gave me volunteer opportunities, I had research opportunities, I was able to make friends and make connections, and I think without all of that, I would have never gotten to where I am at today.
I have been involved in so much over the past 10 years. I've been working on my undergrad, but I think the highlight of my time at Boise State has been crawling into a sweaty horse costume for the honor and privilege of being Bronco Nation's best friend, Buster Bronco. I have spent a lot of my free time at Boise State in the Maker Lab and the Engineering Innovation Studio tinkering with 3D printers, and that has gotten me a couple jobs during undergrad, but ultimately it has resulted in me starting my own business called 3D Princess, and I won the Idaho Entrepreneurship Challenge through the Venture College last year, and I now own 15 3D printers that I run full-time, and after graduation, I'm going to hire my employee probably like a few days after graduation, and we hope to expand to 50 3D printers by the end of the year.
Going forward, I want to tell my fellow Bronco graduates that the biggest thing you can do is lift while you climb. Whatever you're doing, go alongside with everyone else that you love, carry them with you, and celebrate the successes and take on the challenges alongside them.
Just because you're out of school doesn't mean you've stopped learning. It's going to be a thing you do for the rest of your life, so just keep going.
Never give up, keep pushing, and you got it.
Be brave. It's okay to fail, and it's okay to make mistakes, but just keep pressing forward and never stop learning.
It's a proud Boise State tradition to honor our graduates who are active military or veterans. Please look for red, white, and blue honor cords signifying our active military or veteran graduates. Please stand, if you are able, for the national anthem performed today by Mason Kafalos, who is graduating today with a bachelor's degree in biological sciences and was just accepted to medical school at Creighton University.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good morning and welcome to the 110th graduation ceremony for Boise State University. Congratulations, graduates. This is my favorite day of the year. I am so happy to see you all assembled. Today, we recognize the tremendous investment you, our incredible students, have made to obtain your degree. We know your path has had disruptions, challenges, crises. I know there were times when you had to defer fun or rest to arrive here at this moment. You made sacrifices, you invested energy and commitment, you embraced challenges, and you demonstrated tenacity and grit. You dedicated yourself to developing your mind and opening up your future. This path is one that can advance you not just now, but through the rest of your life. And today, we celebrate you for this extraordinary success. Let me take a moment also to commend our faculty, whose efforts guided our graduates to successful completion of their programs of study. Many of them are seated on the blue today. The university wishes to offer them a special thanks for their dedicated service to our students, alumni, community, and university, particularly in these last few difficult years. Would all of our faculty please stand or wave and be recognized? Second, we recognize our remarkable and dedicated staff. They helped you find your place here. They advised you, supported you, and have now worked to put on this incredible event. Would all of our Boise State staff please stand or wave to be recognized? There are also faculty and staff here who are graduating today, inhabiting the dual role of student and employee. Congratulations to our Boise State employee graduates. I now want to recognize your parents, family members, friends who've invested in your success for years, providing financial, moral, and emotional support. I know you are aware of your debt of gratitude to them. Would all family and friends who have supported our graduates please stand or wave and be recognized? Now let's talk about this extraordinary achievement, this degree that we celebrate today. You've made an incredibly worthwhile investment. A college degree is only becoming increasingly more vital to a person's success and well-being. Forbes identifies 3 chief outcomes, and you'll recognize these outcomes from an American proverb in Benjamin Franklin's Poor Richard's Almanac. You'll have better lifelong physical and mental health outcomes. You will earn more, often more than twice as much as those without a degree, $1 million more over the course of your lifetime. And of course, education always makes you wiser, healthier, wealthier, and wiser. U.S. News and World Report calls a college degree the gold standard for your future. Today, you have earned a credential that will move you and your whole family forward. The last few years haven't been easy. The pandemic, economic challenges, cultural and political strife. The world into which you enter with this new credential isn't the world that I entered or your parents entered. And I want you to know that because of these challenges, you will be special. More resilient, more creative, tougher, stronger, smarter. Olympic athlete Bob Richards said, "Many champions are made champions by setbacks." Moreover, there is quite literally no one in the world who has precisely the experiences and gifts that you have. Let me say that one more time. There is literally no one in the world who has the experiences and gifts that you have. So imagine pairing your singularity with the hardships of this period. You are on the path to an extraordinary destiny. You will be unstoppable. I can guarantee you will have other difficult periods. You saw them during the course of this pandemic and this degree. You have seen them before. You are no stranger to difficult times. Remember, graduates, as you set your course to make your unique mark on the world, courage isn't being unafraid. It's moving ahead even when you're facing a wall of fear. Forrest Church says, "Fear is a wall miles high and miles wide, but only an inch thick." And Marianne Rademacher reminds us that courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again." Today, I challenge you in periods of hardship to keep going, to keep growing, to take on the next challenge and the next one. I want to tell you that you can take your unique knowledge and talents, that combination of qualities that only you can bring, and make an extraordinary destiny. Take this opportunity and seize it with joy and gratitude for the way hardship has prepared you for more. Broncos, this is your charge. Go out and make your mark. We're counting on you, and we will be watching. Congratulations. Our leadership team and the State Board of Education have evinced an extraordinary kind of dedication. I am so proud of the nimbleness, resiliency, and unwavering dedication they have displayed in these last years. It is with great pleasure that we acknowledge our State Board of Education trustee, Dr. Linda Clark, who is with us today. I also want to acknowledge our university vice presidents, deans, and the heads of Faculty Senate. Would you please stand or wave to be recognized? An honorary doctorate recognizes individuals of outstanding accomplishments in scholarship, creativity, public service, education, or contributions to human welfare. Today, we will be presenting Sanjay Mehrotra, President and CEO of Micron Technology, with an honorary doctorate. Born in Kanpur, India, Sanjay's father was passionate about getting his son the best engineering education possible. To do that, he needed a visa to study in the United States. The embassy turned down his request 3 times, but his father was persistent. Sanjay, now an American citizen, often cites this as a lesson in the power of tenacity. Upon reaching the US, Sanjay attended UC Berkeley, where he earned his bachelor's and master's degree in electrical engineering and computer science by the age of 21. An education that opened doors into the dynamic semiconductor industry. Over his 40-year career, Sanjay has served as a corporate executive and a company founder. He holds more than 70 patents, has earned numerous industry awards, and in 2019, he served as the chairman of the Semiconductor Industry Association. In the past 2 years, he has been inducted into the Semiconductor Industry Association Hall of Fame and elected to the National Academy of Engineering. He has been leading Micron since 2017. His leadership style shows his passion for inclusive culture, continuous learning, and community outreach. He is leading Micron during an exciting period for the company, where changes in computing architecture are opening new opportunities for memory and storage technologies to transform everyday life. Micron has been a steady partner to Boise State for decades, helping to found the College of Engineering nearly 25 years ago, and continuing to support students through world-class facilities, as well as making significant investments in doctoral programs that benefit industry and the state of Idaho. Boise State's College of Engineering is now Idaho's largest and top-ranked engineering college. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sanjay Mehrotra.
Congratulations, class of 22. You did it. Let's give you one more big round of applause. I'm thrilled to be part of your celebration today. And thank you, Dr. Trump, for that wonderful, kind introduction. Dr. Trump, I want to sincerely thank you for your partnership over the years. Boise State, you have one-of-a-kind leader in Dr. Trump. I meet with many leaders across the globe, and I can tell you that Dr. Trump's inspirational energy and vision is truly something special. You are very fortunate to have her. And thank you to all of you, graduates, faculty, family, and friends, for including me as part of this wonderful morning. Wonderful, no matter what the weather holds for us, it's looking beautiful at this time. And I'm deeply honored to receive this honorary degree. Now I can say that I'm a fellow Bronco too. And what a great-looking graduating class. It is fantastic to see you all here together on the blue. I'm told that this is the largest class of graduates in Boise State history. And you know what that means. You know what that means. It means you are also the largest graduating university class in Idaho history. The diploma you're receiving today can be transformational. It certainly was for me. Education is the foundation for a great career and so central to a rewarding and exciting life. You, the class of 22, are particularly special. Not only have you achieved this impressive milestone, you have overcome so many obstacles than usual to get here. I want to commend each of you. Your college career was split in two by a global pandemic. Nobody had a roadmap for how to finish your degree during a time like this, but you did it. So for my first point of advice to you, one, perhaps that you have embodied more than any generation before you. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. My college years hold a special place in my heart. I loved studying at UC Berkeley. It was absolutely transformative for me, but it was one of the most challenging times in my life. I arrived at the university as a transfer student from India. I grew up in a middle-class home in the city of Kanpur in India. We had no television at our home. The airplane that my parents put me on to come to the United States was the first ever flight of my life. You can imagine the culture shock. Everything was foreign to me. The equipment in our labs, the classroom sizes, layout of the buildings, and of course, coming from India, the American accent also took some time to get used to. I was studying electrical engineering and computer science. At the time, I was taking a class from a professor who was a Nobel Prize winner in physics. And the students all around me all seemed very bright and intelligent. I was a good student, but I can tell you that I was quite intimidated. I remember writing to my dad. Back then, we wrote letters back and forth. You probably text your parents all the time now. I wrote to my dad back then and told him I was worried. I thought I might not make it through that class. But the combination of culture shock and rigorous learning really channeled me into focusing on working hard and learning as much as I could. It was challenging in the beginning, but ultimately, I did pass that course. I learned to use the new equipment. I learned to understand accents, and I learned to navigate my atmosphere. Later in my life, my dad would often remind me about that letter. He reminded me about those feelings of self-doubt, feeling that I wasn't sure I could do it. He would bring it up as an example to remind me that many times things can appear very daunting in life, but life has amazing ways of showing you that you are capable of overcoming. Some of you may have had similar feelings. Maybe you are from a small town or somewhere far away, or the first in your family to go to college. Today, you can feel the pride that comes from achievement. I hope you will always remember the dedication and resiliency that brought you to this moment. Remember the obstacles you had to overcome and cherish your degree. But also know that your time at college has prepared you for life in more ways than you realize today. Use this great achievement as a starting point for all that you will do. Let it give you the confidence to step out boldly and take on challenges without fear. And that brings me to point number 2. Take smart risks. Take smart risks. Early in my career, I joined 2 colleagues, Eli Harari and Jack Yuan, all 3 of us immigrants, to found a startup based on a lab technology called flash memory. It was a risk. We all had good careers, but we also had a vision that this lab technology could be much, much more, could become much bigger. We started the company SanDisk in 1988 when cameras used rolls of films. Music was on cassette. Smartphones and selfies were definitely not a thing. We saw flash as something that could be used in computers, copiers, and eventually digital cameras. We had no idea how big it would become. Today, the flash storage and memory that Micron develops play a vital role in almost every aspect of life. I want to take a moment here to say how proud I am to lead the Micron team. The research and development that drives memory technology forward today is being done right here in Boise, just a few miles away from the stadium. It is absolutely world-class innovation, and it is important work too. Memory is in everything from automotive systems to data centers, drones, medical devices, computers, cameras, smartphones, and even industrial robots and factory lines. In 1988, Flash was just a lab technology. Today, it will almost certainly store every photo and video that you capture to celebrate this big moment. And it will help you to share those photos with family and friends thousands of miles away. And now, if you will indulge me, I want a selfie with all of you. We could never have imagined the full potential of Flash technology, but we had a vision and the determination to see it through. If you are willing to dare to dream and to pursue that dream without fear, sometimes the dream becomes more than you ever imagined. Our early days as a startup were not easy. We were creating something totally new, and it took some time to be widely accepted. There was a lot of hard work and grit required. At one point, Kodak approached us with an offer. The name Kodak probably means not much to you, but it means a lot more to your parents. Kodak was a big company at the time, and they asked us, the startup, to be an exclusive supplier for them. Wow, as a startup, this is the kind of deal that you dream of. A committed customer and a big contract. You would have to be crazy to say no. We said no. It was a difficult choice. Sticking to your dreams will always bring you to a difficult choice. For us, it was a choice between comfortable success and the hard work and uncertainty of continuing to go on our own. But by turning down Kodak's offer, we had the freedom to push ourselves and take our company much farther than what we thought we could do with Kodak. So always choose your dreams over being comfortable. As you go out into the world, I want to stress the importance of deliberately choosing to foster a culture that includes others. As I mentioned before, my first years in college were an absolute culture shock. But I was able to thrive because I felt included there. This might not seem like a surprise to you. Berkeley is known to be a very diverse campus today, but it was not so in 1976. I was very much a minority there, but I was welcomed openly. My fellow students and professors made a point to include me, and that made all the difference in my academic career. I'm sure I would not be who I am today without their encouragement to bring me into the Berkeley college life. Eventually, I, a middle-class kid from northern India, was riding a skateboard to class and cheering on Bears football with as much heart as anyone. I know you can't imagine me riding a skateboard, but I sure did and really enjoyed it. I still have that skateboard with me. And I still cheer the Bears, even though they have not given me much reason for celebration in recent years. And I would never have been able to make the cultural leap without intentional support from the people around me. There are voices in our culture that set themselves against inclusion. They are missing the point. Inclusion is not a subtractive force, it is additive. Inclusion creates more ideas and better ideas because you are hearing everyone's voice. One of the things I love about Micron's team is seeing the tremendous power of that diversity. It is what fuels our technical invention and creativity. You can go to our Boise campus and meet men and women from 65 different countries. And I can tell you that there is sincere, genuine care among the team for each other. That kind of caring is somewhat unique in the tech world. It is different. But I know you know what I mean because that care has its roots in this city. This place, it is the Boisean way. So do not forget it when you leave here. Take it with you. Embrace people who look different than you. Embrace people who think differently than you. Embrace people who grew up differently than you did. And Dr. Trump has set a great example of how to do this. And she is an example of strong woman leadership. And I know that Bronco culture reflects that generous heart. As you go out into the world, take that heart with you. Bring that welcoming attitude with you. Do not be afraid. You will be amazed at the positive waves that you can create simply by being a welcoming voice in a world that is too often so quick to judge and exclude. Class of 22, our world needs you. We need your passion and determination. We need your energy. We need your heart. We need your creativity. Graduates, look around you. Your families and professors are here today supporting you. You may not embark on any more formal education after today, but I promise you that you will continue to learn throughout your life. The university has provided you with some excellent teachers during your time here. From this point forward, you will have to find teachers yourself. Continually seek out mentors who can help you on your path. Stay curious, be bold, seek out challenges that will stretch you. Use all that this great university has provided you to go out and change the world. You will do amazing things. I'm sure of it. Thank you, and go Broncos!
Thank you so much, Sanjay. Boise State has a proud tradition of featuring a student speaker at commencement. They are often the highlight of the day. Kenny Houston is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Studies, with minors in economics, sustainability and climate studies, as well as a certificate in human rights. He is the 2021-22 president of the Associated Students of Boise State University. Mr. Houston truly embodies the notion of service within the mission of the School of Public Service, said Dr. Andrew Giacomazzi. He never shies away from lending a helping hand to fellow students, to staff members, to professors and administrators alike. He is a true leader who was born to serve and who asks for nothing in return. Kenny has been admitted to the master's program in public administration at Boise State University, where he will pursue his graduate degree. Please welcome one of my favorite Boise State students, Kenny Houston.
Good morning. My name is Kenneth Houston, and I'd like to first thank all the moms out there in the audience for your commitment to giving up your Mother's Day weekend for this momentous occasion in each graduate's life. Over the past 4 years, I've held a few titles at this university, including being a student, a menace to the people around me, and I hope in the best of ways, and unfortunately as a resident assistant. But what I'm most proud of, and I'm sure my mom and dad are too, is having had the privilege to serve as this year's student body president. The odds of holding this position are 1 in 25,000. Not many have the opportunity to see the inner workings of a university as a student, and from the bottom of my heart, I don't wish that hard work on anyone. What makes that beautiful, though, is looking out today and seeing the community of diversity and background that makes our collective experience worthwhile. The all-nighters that would show up on Barstool Broncos, reading faster than the world has ever seen minutes before exam sessions started. finding love, discovering heartbreak, making new friends that will be with us for the rest of our lives. Shout out to Alex. And finding in ourselves what defines us as who we are. Today, I see 2,400 graduates, each with a unique path bringing us here to be in community together, celebrating the blood, sweat, caffeine, pain, and indescribable trauma from Canadian geese that went into this moment. Service, above all, is the highest, most noble of tracks to which a person can devote themselves. We so often hear the saying, leave the world better than the way we found it. Those who dedicate their lives to others, using their privilege to uplift those around them and to better their communities, are those who we each should strive to be like. I think of Caleb Smith, who is graduating with his MBA and has not only devoted his time to the student body as ASBSU president before me, but continues to advocate and serve the university as a staff member. I think of Allie Montgomery, who is graduating with a double major in criminal justice and psychology, and wants to advocate for criminal justice reform in the name of the public and to bring justice back to the forefront of criminal justice. I think of Taylor Reisman, who is graduating with a degree in education and wants to be the kind of teacher students will remember being their favorite for the rest of their lives, nurturing the young minds that will in turn take our places as the stewards of our society. There are so many examples of this exact spirit in this group here today. You each embody what it means to be a Bronco in your own way, and that's what college is all about. Finding our own way to improve and serve the community. There are 2,400 different paths that brought us here. Look around and see the people in the stands and at home on the live stream who've given everything for us to be here today. Thank you, Debbie Kaler, Director of Career Services, for your dedication to students and for helping us use the piece of paper we are about to receive to land a job in the next few months. Thank you to Kimber Shaw, Associate Registrar, who answered all of my course registration questions that popped up over the years, even before you knew who I was. Thank you, Lauren Owe, Senior Associate Dean of Students, and Matt Neese, Director of Counseling, for your fight to ensure the minds of our students are well cared for in this environment of a mental health crisis. Thank you to each and every one of the administrators who sit behind me, faculty who have gifted their knowledge to us, and staff who are the true backbone of this university for dedicating their lives to the service of students. You are all working to give us, the students, the opportunities and skills to succeed and to serve those who come after us. I wasn't selected commencement speaker to use this stage for personal motives, but thank you to Mom and Dad for your undying love and support of me. I couldn't have done this without you both, and I love you. To the class of 2022, we have just accomplished what we've worked our entire lives for. Go out, go party, Uber home if you need to. Not today, not tomorrow, not even Monday, but after this moment will be the first day in the rest of our lives. Remember your roots, and as always, go Broncos.
And now it's time to begin the individual recognition of each graduate in the order of degree and by college. Names will be read by Dr. Richard Clouch, Chair of the Department of Theater, Film, and Creative Writing. Mr. Gordon Reinhardt, Professor in the Department of Theater, Film, and Creative Writing. Dr. Heidi Reeder, Director of the LEAD Program, and Dr. Nafis Alam, Assistant Professor in the School of Social Work. President Trump, I present the candidates for doctoral degrees. Will the doctoral graduates and their faculty advisor and guests please come forward?
Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Jadelyn Abbott, hooded by Dr. Catherine Wright and Dr. Hannah Carter.
Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Yuen Chen, hooded by Dr. En Son and Jun Gua.
Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Megan Allison Payne, hooded by Dr. Evelyn Johnson.
Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Guru Priya Ramanathan, hooded by Dr. Deborah Carter and Dr. Sarah Hagenaw.
Doctor of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Chris Taylor, hooded by Dr. Sarah Hagenaw.
Doctor of Nursing Practice, Arnold Butiyu, hooded by Dr. Cara Gallegos and Elsa Rodermund.
Doctor of Nursing Practice, Jackie Bouval, hooded by Dr. Teresa Surratt and Che Bouval.
Doctor of Nursing Practice, April Erickson, hooded by Dr. Sarah Atan and Dr. Teresa Surratt.
Doctor of Nursing Practice, Neva Rosita Fuentes, hooded by Dr. Cara Gallegos and Richard Keltner.
Doctor of Nursing Practice, David Leon Haskell, hooded by Dr. Teresa Surratt and Dorothy Haskell.
Doctor of Nursing Practice, Deborah Ketchum, hooded by Dr. Sarah Otten and Sam Ketchum.
Doctor of Nursing Practice, David Kruger, hooded by Dr. Sarah Otten and Tracy Kruger.
Doctor of Nursing Practice, Katrina K. Little, hooded by Dr. Cara Gallegos and David Little.
Doctor of Nursing Practice, Desiree Marie McHugh, hooded by Dr. Teresa Surratt and Catherine Braun.
Doctor of Philosophy and Biomolecular Sciences, Andrew Merlin Bogard, hooded by Dr. Daniel Filosia and Shene Meacham.
Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, Kayo Fujimoto, hooded by Dr. David Estrada and Benjamin Simmons.
Doctor of Philosophy in Geosciences, Katie Murenbield, hooded by Dr. Alejandro Flores and Rachel Hagen.
Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Luca Bushra Kodus Daoud, hooded by Dr. Nader Rafla.
Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Rahul Kancharla, hooded by Dr. Elisa Barney Smith.
Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, Bibek Karki, hooded by Dr. Peter Mullner.
Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical and Computer Engineering, Mafuza Khatun, hooded by Dr. Nadir Rafla and AKM Nuhil Mehere.
Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering, Derek Q. Nesbitt, hooded by Dr. Trevor Lujan and Nancy Renfro.
Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, Samuel Vladimir Peterson, hooded by Dr. Brian Jaques and Dr. Roger Peterson.
Doctor of Philosophy in Computing, Danush Kumar Radakanda, hooded by Dr. Jerry Fales and Meghana Endluri.
Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, Victoria Lane Volk, hooded by Dr. Claire Fitzpatrick and Kenneth Volk.
Doctor of Philosophy in Material Science and Engineering, Jennifer K. Watkins, hooded by Dr. Brian Jaques and Jordan Vandegrift.
Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Administration, Jonathan Kreutz, hooded by Dr. Jessica Wells and Kim Kreutz.
Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Administration, Krista Helmstadter Lyons, hooded by Dr. Monica Hubbard and Eric Lyons.
A doctoral degree constitutes the highest achievement that a student can attain in the academic world. And thus, while the degree symbolizes the culmination of an individual's life as a student, it does not mean the end of learning. To the contrary, one who receives a doctoral degree bears a special responsibility to cultivate and disseminate learning through one's chosen field of endeavor. I congratulate each of you on earning a doctoral degree and charge you to honor that special responsibility that this highest degree entails. Congratulations, graduates.
Will the graduates receiving master's and educational specialist degrees please rise and come forward as directed by our commencement staff?
This is fun. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. Brandon Durst. This way.
Derek Joseph Johnston. Curtis Nathan Watson. Jason John Reddy.
Meghana and Lurie.
Jennifer Jacobson.
Emily Grace Stevens.
Nicole Delabalma.
Joseph Franklin Lowe.
Lindsay Ann Yunt.
Emily Danielle Mathis.
Jennifer Lane Wright.
Azra Bozniak.
Meredith Higgins.
Jamie Louise Brashears.
Lillian Catherine Jenner.
Saya Shimada.
Kristen McPeak.
Casey Sheldon Cross.
Robert Charles Harold II.
Keith Robert Tippett.
Cole Christian Shepard.
Eric Davon Ellis.
Sophia Kroom.
Alyssa Santee Stephen.
Cameron Schwabe.
Bailey Jordan Dunstan.
Sachit Dungana.
Jordan Madhuritia.
Carissa Marie Grove.
Lauren Elizabeth Hersberg.
Danielle Riles.
Samantha Lynn Andreas.
Devin James Rose.
Brooke Ward.
Cameron Kalani Agmata Rosare.
Andrea M. Hill.
Carlos Daniel Bosch Mendoza.
Ashton Gloat.
Carly Joe Johnson.
Josie Lucretia Bryan.
Zachary J. Olson.
Ashley Dawn Havlicek.
Bernadette Esther White.
Danielle Elizabeth Taylor.
Caleb Andrew Scott Smith.
Heather D. Allen.
Maya Jane Shoemaker.
Piper Trewick.
Michael James Bird.
Jennifer Marie Hines.
Hi Chili Anisha Arnell.
Annika Ballantyne.
Samuel David Pence.
Edwina Maria Wallen.
Jacob Marchand.
Connor Lane Young.
David William Rule.
Sydney Pulsifer.
Dakota Lee Bruno.
Dylan John Adam Richards.
Miranda M. Cotton.
Audrey Stanchu.
Margaret Hyde.
Tracy Kohler Liller.
Alessandra Denning.
Deanna Renee Main.
Claire Patrice O'Brien.
Julie Baskell Matarwi.
Joshua Harlow.
Fatima Ibrahim.
Christopher Joseph McGeehan.
Naomi Saleh.
Shane Michael Eade.
Byron Douglas Stone.
Sriram Savara Makrishnan.
Crystal Amber Harris.
Dana C. Willow Knight.
Jill Patricia Warwick.
Michael Andrew Reynolds.
Aaron Messenger.
Linnell Kathleen Cote.
Eric Newell.
Cody Joe Bradley.
Beth Ann Ambort.
Catherine Proctor.
Summer Kathleen Gilmore.
Anna Elizabeth Dowd.
DeAndre Lee Shelby.
Rosalie Gwendolyn Sanders.
Erica Sue Ewing Core.
Victoria Lynn Allen.
Alyssa Corey.
Mariah Ruth.
Frank W. Eld.
Sarah Maxine Gillespie.
Jessica Solberg.
Elsa Calderon Martinez.
Logan E. Newhall.
Natasha Lynn Mostasero.
Taryn Vincenzo Tolman.
Elena Knight.
Raquel Ray Kohler.
Michael Derek Jensen.
Robin Marie DeBure.
Anne Elizabeth Boot.
Ruth K. Affleck.
Ashton Patricia Owens.
Rhonda Mills.
Molly Sawyer.
Jacqueline Guzman Gutierrez.
Rachel Elizabeth Couch.
Sharia Marie Sherry.
Jennifer Peterson.
Rebecca Michelle Lulu.
Isaac Moore.
Andrew James Markosian.
Kyle Espenson.
Mitchell Joseph Hopkins.
Justin John Zarian.
Maya Mitchell.
Benjamin Kenneth Coram.
Mario Pyle.
Matthew Carl Vocal.
America J. Yurita Carrion.
Devin Alexander Carson.
Monica Galvan.
Danielle Mildred Ann Corson.
Kaylee Rose McClure.
Madison Elizabeth Ann Berger.
Lauren Renee Wilson.
David Dwayne Beams.
Gloria Yvette Segura.
Enoch Lewandowski.
Charo Merti Marie Stapley.
Adam Calkins.
Janelle Grossinger.
Edgar Ayala.
Caitlin Cherie Heinrichs Abraham.
Alex Torres.
Jessica Lauren Feiner.
Natalia Lynn Green.
Ashley Marie Corbett.
Jacob Jeremiah Staggy.
Caitlin Renee Blaylock.
Lanzia Rabella Angel Damrose.
Katharina Castillo.
Saujanya Krishna Murthy.
Justin Donovan.
Kaya Zina Lazda.
Colin James Fridland.
Mansi Gupta.
Farhana Alam.
Mackenzie Platt.
Caitlin Marie Joyce.
Zachary Betts.
Rachel Woods.
Maximilian Blancano.
Jolene Denise Burgess.
Nusrat Nasir Tanya.
Melissa Marie Bonney.
Yusra Madi.
Ryan Christine Mitchell.
Eduardo Paredes.
Catherine Elizabeth Richardson.
Christopher David Hayden.
Jessica Elizabeth Eames.
Nicole Marie Sapelsa.
Sarah Green.
Jaime Antonio Negrete Jr.
Nikki Renee Lyon.
Pierrette Iraducunda.
Crystal Blanchard.
Macy Lynn Laranaga.
Lindsay Christine Kenton.
Holly Elizabeth Gunderson.
Angela Mary Eulencott.
Calandria Page Punteni.
Matthew Grant Jones.
Kimberly Mora.
Joshua Thomas Alvey.
Christopher Ward Rose.
Ananth Ram Kishore Niblahunapundi.
Joni Lee Snodgrass.
Holly Shireen.
Megan Lee Quinn.
Jacob Thomas Schmidt.
Delaney Lynn Markey Vesiano.
Louis Larest.
Morgan Rose Robinson.
Dalton Elizabeth Grover.
Beth Ann Zabo.
Dawn Hunter.
Victoria Grace Albers.
Iris Madrigal.
Danielle Nicole Schaefer.
Rachel Louise Shubin.
Ravi Shankar.
Zachary George Miller.
Ahmad Rezai.
Robert Waylon Bell.
Riley Moran Donato.
Sadie Claire Rank.
Catherine May Furlong.
Tanner Bryce Pollock.
Jacqueline Reyes Carranza.
Yasmin Namani.
Ana Cristina Villanueva.
Jenna Corinne Damon.
Natalia Summer Heisey.
Veronica Alexandra Abraham.
Katie Marie Bettencourt.
Michelle Murphy Andrew.
Dara Johanna Ezel Pebworth.
Farah Uphoff.
Salvador Cardenas Padilla.
Caitlin Patricia Parker.
Sean Grishkowski.
Catherine O'Seal Beebe.
Sarah Elizabeth Ballard.
Letitia Cortez.
Victoria Wayan.
Kendra Rochelle Peterson.
Cole C. Ivanchik.
Lorraine Diane Frazier.
Lucas Peterson.
Tasha Larissa Smagula.
Caitlin Emily Hall.
Artemis Arthur Rain.
Jonathan Ray Gilkerson.
Teresa Lynn Lahorg.
Zuhair Othman Al-Kurdi Jr.
Collis Hulse Lee Jr.
Shraddha Sapkota.
Cade White.
Emily Brianne Wagner.
Casey M. Bates.
Haley Alexa Lasmanis.
Jessica Roth.
Kylie R. Clemens.
Gregory Nelson.
Lauren Oswald.
Tara Lynn Nelson.
Mackenzie Kimberly Thursby.
Alyssa Nicole Doubleday.
Shanna Way Boyle.
Belinda Breidenbach.
Jessica Albers.
Lisa Hitomi Gordon.
Sean Marie Jones.
Caleb M. Patterson.
Harvey D. McLean.
Greg Ward.
Nathan Brett Birmingham.
Tiara Lynn Lewis.
Nathan Thomas Farnsworth.
Saeed Bowen.
Natalie Shuyan Newton.
Jesus Garcia Alvarez.
Maichen Gotsong Lee.
Evelyn Marileni Hernandez.
Isabel Ann Haddon.
Jacob Alexander Helms.
Amber Lavelle Dalglish.
Samantha Michelle Taylor.
Ethan Andrew Jenkins.
Sarah J. Jones.
Eric Pinsky.
Joshua Clark Baker.
Allie Marie Lepori.
Paul Michael DeWitt.
Evan Wilson.
Denise L. Bushy.
Sedona Hanson.
Addison Taylor King.
William Corey Meyer.
Marisol Cervantes.
Evan Luke Bigelow.
Ashley Marita Bates.
Maya Isabel Gahate.
Tariq Kunduklia.
Cameron Alicia Bricker.
Seth Thomas Cleaver.
Joseph Edward Jennison.
Max Brian Sullivan.
Emma Reidenauer.
Cassidy Howard.
Hannah Maurer.
Francis Zander.
Bailey Allison Hill.
Elliot Zander.
Carissa Marie Lindholm.
Nicholas L. Hunt.
Rachel Ann Crawford.
Lucas Arthur Westcott.
Joshua Bradley.
Alyssa Lee Christine Furman.
Owen Michael Maynard.
Jordan Kent Packard.
Haley Mariana Cruz.
Heather Ropalato.
Mariah Dawn Tipping.
Kelsey Lee Hampton.
Morgan Haley Hefner.
Monique Visetto.
Cole Jasper Schneider.
Kate Ellison.
Teresa Peck.
Cynthia Tabuara Paquin.
Riley McMurray.
Benjamin Lee Weaver.
Brandon Lee Dobson.
Colin Keeger Ross.
Jessica Horrocks.
Christopher King.
Jordan Donovan Prophet.
Helen Rochelle Buchanan.
Natalie Ruth Ersheka Stone.
Ebony J. Baines.
Lacey Renee Link.
Catherine Ruth Heinzon.
Alexandra Jean Hastings.
Austin Posey.
Caitlin Curbs.
Myler Haller.
Randy McBride.
Logan Reese.
Madison Drew Gross.
Jack McLean Leach.
Leslie Renee Young.
Dario DeCaro.
Kylie Lorraine Hernandez.
Madison Lee Goldfelt.
Alex Arredondo.
Wyatt Debo Davis.
Shizoba Isabel Orisu.
Michael Duran.
Sarah Elizabeth Jones.
Josephine Fisher.
Rome Ash Yoakum.
Christian Bosky.
Caitlin McGowan.
Megan Sheehan.
Lily Page Crolius.
Sarah Ann Vickers.
Braxton Lewis Tillman.
Chelsea Carmen Chavez.
Alex Madison Olson.
Shelby Ashcroft.
Madeline Jade Norris.
Noah Hill.
Madeline Adele Eglian.
Sydney Jordan Anderson.
Chun Yin Law.
Aubrey Eloise Huntsman.
Marianne McClintock.
Andrea Orozco Salinas.
Morgan Nicole Johnson.
Kevin Torres.
Devin M. Hubler.
Destiny Hart.
Lauren Michelle Holder.
Amber Kristen Campbell.
Nathan William Cooper.
Christy Ann Vandenberg.
Matthew McClymans.
Darlene Foreman.
Camille Eldine Ariel Manso.
Araya Harbauer.
Taylor Joe Drake.
Benjamin Lamont Siegmiller.
Tyler Qualls.
Vincent Evan Young.
David Newton.
Evan Hall Sanchez.
Punch Caldwell.
Joshua Murphy.
Kelly Penn.
Cade Wagers.
Brianna Lindsay Crook.
Joel David Nielsen.
Iad Amoudi.
Tristan Weisinger.
Tessa Maylin Smith Fong.
Julie Gendler.
Karen Ide Perez.
Jessica D. Ferris.
Blanca Rosa McDevitt.
Suzanne Prescott.
Robert Christian Rich Jr.
Christopher Brown.
Corey Lewis Glassy.
Oliver Kijas.
Zoretha Juarez.
Nathan Wilson Tucker.
Marjace Barnes.
Brandon M. Daniels.
Megan Marie Schmidt.
Scott V. Peterson.
Casey James McDaniel.
Jody Thiel.
Daniel Joseph Gray.
Sarah Bruner.
Colleen Devereaux Fletcher.
Ann Eileen Runnalls.
Destiny Stoger.
Jomar D. Sinapet.
Carrie Christine Voss.
Emily Walton.
Shauna Renee Robinson.
Melissa Lee Boyd.
Ivory Boston.
Randy Keith Stanton.
Sarah Christina Erickson.
Galen C. Schultz.
Susan Kirby Orm.
Brent Turpin.
Jesse Brian Peters.
Dana Barbosa Peters.
Carmela McGinnis.
Joseph Blake.
Janelle Morris.
Alexander James Briggs.
Maggie Jo Matthews.
James William Bieber. Patrick Holbrook.
Please join me in congratulating these graduates.
Will the graduates receiving degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences please rise and come forward as directed by our commencement staff?
Big one, big one. Time for the big one. Okay. Looks like I'll go first. Madison Rose Van Seitenhaust.
Ana Sofia Leon Gonzalez.
Bailey Caroline Searhall.
Eduardo E. de la Torre.
Ebrianna Bosha.
India Nakia Kelly.
Sarah Christine Schmid.
Bibiana Ortiz.
Nicholas Yorth.
Taylor Jade Equal James.
Tran Vu Dep Kan Tran.
Michaela Sarah Sherman.
Morelia Flora Guyen.
Jasmine Nicole Haskins.
Chase Thomas Hatada.
Braden David Dickinson.
Seamus Colin Doyle.
Kevalee Heather Snyder.
Catherine Riley Urata.
Kayla Renea Hickman.
Charlotte Ray Sweet.
Erica Jane Pischel.
Alyssa Nicole Guerra.
Taylor Renee Reisman.
Megan Elizabeth Maunder.
Courtney L. Stolkup.
Noel S. Story.
John Kenneth Lynch.
Megan Walker Smith.
Jaylee Evelyn McInerney.
Emily E. Wyand.
Ashley Dawn Trow.
Cora Neuven.
Valera Montalongo Hernandez.
Dejanay Douglas.
Hannah Gunnep.
Sarah McCann.
Alexis Marie Walsh.
Krista Leanne Hughes.
Grant C. Frazier.
Brooke Diane Dasco.
Matthew Barry Stellers.
Madeline Rochelle Reuter.
Jeffrey Allen Bishop.
Nina Payne.
Hayla Marie Nichols.
Iris Torres Cabrera.
Brianna Rose Hamilton.
Ava Kaylin Phillips.
Anthony Lamar Scaife.
Gabriella Madeline Joy.
Samantha Lynn Yonan.
Gabriella Karina Lewis.
Francesca Sue D'Alessandro.
Sophia Marsu Gilroy.
Benjamin Connor Balzer.
Zoe Hannah Seidenstrand.
Benjamin Clifton Worthley.
Nelson Francisco Zegron.
Matthew Paul Giles.
Spencer Wallace Kohler.
Karsten Robert Thayer.
Bailey Marie Humphrey.
Tara Dodd.
Annalise Elaine Obenchain.
Kaylee Shield.
Devin Francis Daniels.
Cosette Cromwell.
Dana Kate Whitesell.
Alexis Patrice Italiano.
Nicholas Ryan Hendricks.
Ali Mae Russell.
Ariana Celeste Woodyard.
Janelle Rose Judge.
Brenna Wasser.
Alexander Blaze Davis.
Taylor Shayna Lopez Buduram.
Kyle Matthew Lacourciere.
Grace Elizabeth Johnston.
Taylor A. Tatum.
Kayla Nicole Walters.
Hannah Emily Cook.
Alexis Stokes.
Cassandra Kyoko Woodard.
Ashley Elizabeth Stolley.
Brianna Evelyn Tomaskovich Valdez.
Clarity Vincenza Brown.
Austin Joseph Murphy.
Micah Jacoba.
Autumn Rose Anderson.
Michelle Ann Bukegi.
Kira Elise Nieder.
Brandon Daniel Ione.
Alicia Ann Jones.
Kelsey Elizabeth Thompson.
Emily A. Brumley.
Stephanie Mae Dobson.
Sarah Elizabeth Cook.
Emma Beth Obendorf.
Wyatt Parrish.
Katrina Marie French.
Joseph Becker.
Natalie J. DiDio.
Isa K. Kalamatia.
Mark Matthew Worthman.
Jackson Frederick Cravens.
Lucas W. Robertson.
Christian Heck.
Ryan Thompson Henson.
Corey Ryan Lambrecht.
Clara Faith Adams.
Justin Cesar Granados.
Kelly Grace Hayes.
Terrence John Davis.
Cassandra Elaine Grohl.
James Leroy Trandom.
Sydney Elizabeth Gardner.
Nicole Kaylee Young.
Eliso Ovoli.
Stuart D. Nielsen.
Casey Janine Fromhart.
Shelley S. White.
Michael Thomas Ichis.
Rachel Fry.
Nakaya Elvira Flores.
Jonah Haddad.
Brianna Marie Prideville.
Natalie Henson.
India Rose Flora.
Rima Tisma.
Cassandra Elizabeth Woodland.
Joshua Kane Young.
Patricia A. Gallagher.
Julian Anthony Hyde Serna.
Catherine Deanne Christopherson.
Kirkelaine Nakatumeani.
Tanner G. Simpson.
Mikkel Thomas Schmidt.
Jacqueline Anna Claire Mao.
Maggie Lane Robertson.
Emma Kate Alshouse.
Caitlin Howell.
Taylin Drake.
Kennedy Nicole Bear.
Elizabeth Helen Barentz.
Delaney Elise Irene Hicks.
Catherine Russell.
Caitlin Elizabeth Ward.
Chidhala Duhilapari.
Cooper Ryan McGrath.
Kanaka Prasanna Jayanthini.
Andrea Candice Meyer.
Timothy Riley.
Svetlana Nicole Hallman.
Kyle Matson.
Felicia Rose Moore.
Jaden E. Moores.
Kai Elizabeth Scherner.
Ellen Abraham.
Mackenzie Rose Lavin.
Eden Empey.
Jody Marie Campbell.
Sophia Faraka.
Madison Raquel Tyndall.
Julia Moss.
Anthony Lizardi.
Emma Joan Marie James.
Anika Nadezhna Makikov.
Josh Schreiter.
Anthony James Tranlia.
Tamara Satterwhite.
Brooklyn Ilara Allen.
Blake Hunter.
Kelby Savannah Shaw.
Annika Cherie Kallick.
Audrey Young.
Taylor Marie Rico Peckerol.
Irene Galka.
Ashley Leanne Clark.
Emma Louise Larson.
Caitlin Ray Lansford.
Sawyer Blake Dawson.
Hannah Grace Lacey.
Brooklyn Marie Cannavali.
Abigail Sanford.
Grace Ernestina Bridle.
Miranda Shinadel.
Miles Herget.
Kurt Robert Owen.
Timothy Joseph Buckles.
Emily Dion.
Nicole Jordan Fish.
Savannah Joy Healy.
Max Dane Holy.
Parker Gordon.
Jonathan Blyler French.
Emma C. Panrucker.
Candy Marielle Talavera.
Malina Hope Crook.
Hunter Tonkin.
Maya O'Leary.
Richard Mervin.
Sarah Marie Yates.
Lashard Suave Anderson.
Cooper Thomas Chion.
Shelley M. Douglas.
Mason Green.
Nicolette Christy Alamanza.
Connor Stephen Haskell.
Nicole Michelle Standerwick.
Spencer Garland.
Jordan Page Croft Gokin.
Anna Karen Gamino Garcia.
Paige Harwood.
Megan Janelle Osterman.
Tavian Keela.
Brian
Penasra.
James Kane.
Zachary Bereth,
Rebecca Jean Medarius,
Tara Nicole Fraley,
Ashlyn Nicole Nutting,
Sydney Michelle Shockley,
Stephanie Alpez Plummer,
Carl Anthony Farber,
Caton Peter Leishore Hollingsworth,
Aspen Patricia Stam,
Caitlin Cuson-Win Nigen,
Catherine I. Soldati,
Janelle Ray Newcomb,
Emily Claire Schatz,
Hayes Mason Newcomb,
Julia Isela Carroll,
Grace Elizabeth Ford,
Sydney Allison Stull,
Grace Ann Juris,
Amber Nicole Doyle,
Callie Mara Miller Fink,
Leah Irene Jackson,
Tate Michael Griffin,
Rachel Lynn Runnels,
David Grafton Kirk,
Melissa Josefina Hernandez,
Rebecca Trauscher,
Katya Mohammed Alani,
Christy Lee Schofield,
Karen S. Shriver,
Brittany Rochelle Rushing,
Ariel Clifton,
Margaret Elizabeth O'Neill,
Caroline Conrad,
Kelsey Gardner,
Zara O. Alamar,
Danielle Nicole Merkel,
Giander Shika Coralla Roy Yala,
JC Opal Anderson,
Brady Andrew McGurr,
Abby Prince,
Eric Schultz,
Melanie Angelina Johnson,
Haley Danielle Herrera,
Julianne Guy,
Dylan Robert Nichols,
Nicole Elizabeth Besterides,
Michael Allen Abraham,
Cassidy Lauren McLean,
Kent D. Kaiser,
Joni Moyer,
Chloe Balderson,
Mazzy is Annabella Munez,
Matthew Sadyan Alejandra,
Melissa Ann Korn Minjares,
Nathan Edward Alvarez,
Clayton Hunter Allen,
Rafael Martinez Jr.,
Olivia T. Goodenough,
Corby L. Rhodes,
Stephen Jean Dwello,
Brian J. Herzeler,
Audrey May Vogt,
Zane Michael Smith,
Kendra Marie Mitchell,
Clayton Joseph McNinch,
Isabella Grace Kohlberg,
Grace Deanne Lee,
Jeremy Dufresne,
Alexandra Heiner,
Megan Lynn Wilson,
Jessica Danielle Brown,
Cameron Lynn Halford,
Aurora L. Wild,
Jeremiah Socha,
Rafaela Ramirez,
Jackson Drea,
Kennedy Shea Kelly,
Eric William McMullen,
Alexander Vaughn,
Stephen D. Sutherland,
Haley C. Mitchell,
Chandra Ruth Toy,
Connor Carpenter,
Carrie Schneck,
Zane Dexter Adams,
Jonathan Spencer Cowan,
Alexis Nicole LaValle,
Alexandra Lindberg,
Madison Bowman,
Mandy Mackenzie Fast,
Kathleen Rubau,
Alex Lynn Salazar,
Ashley Rose Jernigan,
Lauren Juliet Martin,
Porter Scott Ho,
April Diane Flake,
Draven Thomas Matthews,
Audrey Reyes,
Anastasia Leanne Webster,
Matilda Ellen Fluharty,
Megan Nicole Miles,
Lauren May Caldwell,
Carissa Lee Campbell,
Braden Troy Olson,
Triana Opal Cousins,
Bill Franco Langway Nero,
Grace Akolani Kohler,
Christina Lurie Amstrutz,
Joanna Danielle Clock,
Rosario Ivan Rico,
Delta Danielle Holm,
Kinley McKenna Christensen,
Trinity J. Devan,
Elizabeth Caitlin Skinador,
Julianne Lawrence Parisi,
Callie Ann Weisel,
Ashlyn Wingfield,
Grace Hall,
Kimberly Ann Burt,
Megan Kimberly Sizemore,
Genesis Sadei Maladra,
Sarah Ann Adams,
June Nicole Mireless,
Courtney Ann Parker,
Natalie Lauren Broman,
Sebastian Rulon Berg,
Kendra Nicole Patenberg,
Nathaniel Todd McBride.
Alexandria Melissa Schwager.
Riley Joanne Salveson.
Jake William Goodman.
Felix Fraley.
Taylor L. Lashwai.
Callie Nicole Johnson.
Margaret Claire Milburn.
Suzanne Elizabeth Kuntz.
Colleen Grace Clow.
Mallory Ann Schwark.
Haley Brianna Brotke.
Kaylee C. Teagan.
Laurentina Hernandez.
Isaac Lee Anderson.
Beverly Hogan.
Ellie Taylor Connell.
Valena Adore Lowe.
Catherine Danielle Urquhart.
Nicholas Benjamin Perez.
Andrew David Thornburg.
Trad Eric Christensen.
Ryan Clevenger O'Hare.
Jaden Sierra Phelps.
Alicia Rochelle Curry.
Cassidy S. Peterson.
Nathan M. Sundquist.
Lindsay Nicole Fair.
McGuire Banta Monsoon. Woot.
Zoe Marie Atkins.
Reese Charles Bell.
Carly Ray Convery.
Griffin Partaro.
Zinab I. Ebed.
Danielle Barry Thompson.
Emma A. Minyagi.
Jacob Thomas Webster.
Skylar Nicole Taylor.
Catherine Grace Hole.
Nicole Reitkirk.
Carly Gold Galosick.
Adam Gary Azevedo.
Kate Annalise Heron.
Ellery Alexandria Perryman.
Jason Gomez.
Isabel Alexandra Sosa.
Jacob Lamont Grubbs.
Erin Kathleen Lotz.
Chase Sayforth.
Edward Dory.
Abigail Ann Benson.
Sierra Jade Cannon.
Piper Journey Lynn U. Utterbeck.
Emiliana Marie McCormick.
Kelly Aaron Kukla.
Brielle Cavazos.
Cody Joel Wade.
Melissa Cheyenne Gastra.
Drew William French.
Chandler Joseph Kraus.
Abby Elise Schaff.
Dylan Taylor Boss.
Lily Anna Sessom.
Alex Rodrigo Bessarial.
Leah Ray Hawkins.
Carson J. Schlenz.
Taylor Marie Trewick.
Jennifer Walsh.
Jordan Brianne Schofield.
Anastasia A. Artuhoff.
Abby K. Pritchard.
Hayla Lynn Hogan.
Madeline Rose Molitor.
Natalie Kane Gray.
Avery Moon.
Dan Bunce.
Samantha R. Lepery.
Madison Jean Broom.
Marcus Pantalon Huerta.
Samantha G. Carey.
Alexis Brianne Almedo.
Alessandro Michael Lucero.
Brianna E. Stemetti.
Henry T. Mong.
Ryan Richard Fisher.
Alexander Jesus.
Christian Mario Garcia.
Lael Q. McCullough.
Alex Christopher Jean.
Trevor Raymond Warden.
Callie D. Prophet.
Thomas Anthony Vocola.
Eldon Sanchez Evans.
Elise R. So.
Nathan Hawley.
Anna Jane Shuey.
Harrison Craig Miller.
Brina Kate Owings.
Jenai Reber.
Janan Renee Vanzante.
Chase Berman.
Quinson Blas.
Megan Rose Banco.
Elijah Anderson.
Haley Christine Lavender.
Anthony Luis Ortiz.
Ryan O. Miller.
Delana Shea Harden.
Melissa L. Koenig.
Lorden K. Binney.
Cole William Arbaugh.
Alita Marie Ruggles.
Logan Bernard Dykes.
Jessica Lardines.
Chase Aaron Crandall.
Alexandra S. Joe Mundy.
Jean Carlo Wartha.
Serena Lee Kraus.
Matthew John Bridgman.
Richard Tang Wen.
Logan Michael Oreno.
Vienne Nastasia Alberl.
Jamin Robinson.
Zachary Luke Magard.
Maria Isabel Calderon.
Madison R. Martin.
Samantha Levesque.
Alma Viviana Ceja.
Luke Ryan Scarrow.
Edson Louis Fugiban Valdesiamo.
William Billy Murphy.
Roberta Kathleen Mendolia Mariatita.
Ali Ann Brown.
Jaciel Ramirez.
Hannah W. Gotenberg.
Rachel Lynn Dinagi.
Eleni E. Phillips.
Elizabeth C. Halcomb.
Aiden Alexandria Jones.
Sadie Violea Olds.
Carolyn V. Lehner.
Caitlin Rose Nicholson.
Sydney Elizabeth Cooper.
Haley Page Revel Whitaker.
Hallie Ann Higgins.
Cheyenne Alexandria Whelan.
Erica Julianne Gourley.
Kenneth Dwayne Franks.
Jordan Elise Preble.
Lisa Jo Tuffield.
Christian John Bruce White.
Catherine Mary Kuka.
Ryan Christopher Batten.
Allison Taylor Schenk.
Lauren Anna Madsen.
Aubrey Jean Hunt.
Alina Raynell Habib.
Hannah Kimberly Wells.
Amber K. Nichols.
Emily E. Shaleen.
Sarah Marie Jewett.
Catherine Melanie Scannell.
Lindsay Hope Lewis.
Jonathan Kelvin Sanchez.
Angela Garcia.
Alexandra Lee Wilcox.
Brian Gordon Albert Waterman.
Tyreek Jones.
Maxwell Robert Chamberlain.
Tess W. Fleming.
Madison Kate Morris.
Caitlin Ann Sandori.
Brandon D. Johnson.
Alisa Francis Dickerson.
Madeline M. Greer.
Sarah Rose Donnelly.
Fulton Ingalls McKinney.
Joshua Satyo McAndrews.
Jack Christian Barnhart.
Carson Jones Sadlick.
Brandon Gregory Williamson.
Chris Allen Eddie Desert.
Ryan Wickersham.
Sean Michael Schumacher.
Pantia Kaba.
Braden Wesley Durfee.
Jordan Sidney Jans.
Hugo Townsend.
Avery Claire Long.
Christina Fleener.
Jessica M. Fracker.
Madeline Claire Wheeler.
Maxwell Riley Fanning.
Eva River Valley Kotowiski.
Amanda Lopez.
Laura Bloom.
Riley Girardi.
Emma Lynn Gallo.
Carrie Anya Lochran.
Aaron Vincent Crick.
Sierra S. Lewis.
Jacob Northrop Matt.
Emily Kathleen Traska.
Samuel Henry Matt.
Ella Francesca Stenga.
Katie Mateo.
Oleana Michael Branson.
Hannah Rose Lopke.
Kendall Page Liberty.
Akina Mayer.
Evan Thomas McDonough.
Lisa Richard.
Jake Headington.
David Neal Krausen.
Emily Nichols.
Nicole Marie Fenton.
Harrison Gray Davis.
Lacey McCabe.
Mason Stewart Meyer.
Sergio Sarmiento Frausto.
Rebecca Colleen Steely.
Nicholas D. Talbot.
Thea Ray Dawn Jordan.
Casey Renee McRoberts.
Mary James.
Catherine Mary McIntosh.
Danielle Peterson Harrison.
Caitlin Marie Schaefer.
Bailey Sue Coy.
Audrey L. Zwerlin.
Megan Ashley Harris.
Isabella M. Nieswanger.
Rocio Garcia Madrigal.
Kylie Marie Solovich.
Jalen Ray Meyer.
Savannah Sage Morash.
Alyssa Ann Wissinger.
Morgan Ann Foley Friesel.
Shay Lynn Duffy.
Amanda Kendall Skaggs.
Samantha Robinette.
Kara Elizabeth Nofsker.
Jaden Isaac Gearing.
Olga Patricia Cotter.
Haley Sade Hughes.
Leah A. Pinto.
Kate Alexandra Weiss.
Danielle N. Reed.
Grace Elizabeth Irby.
Kaylee Lynn McCarthy.
Olivia Ann Payne.
Madeline Grace Thorne.
Jason T. Howell.
Diane Prado.
Anthony William Clark.
Alex Emilio Escobedo.
Catherine G. Lynch.
Grace Irene Beltramo.
Taylor S. Clemens.
Bronwyn Elizabeth Jones.
Lauren Shack.
Nicole Marie Crandall.
Sydney Michael O'Rourke.
Jennifer Lynn Maddox.
Kylie Nicole Grant.
Alex G. Wright.
Amy Loon Fong.
Ashley Elizabeth Cullen.
Taylor Alyssa Gallegos.
Morgan Michelle Waugh.
Kylie Ann Kendall.
Hannah Rose Casey.
Emma Bowman.
Abigail Grace Mills.
Rain M. Motzgrier.
Kayla Christine Meredith.
Jared Pollard.
Chance Carl Fannin.
Garrett Michael Naylor.
Jerhemi Kuda Baird.
Kennedy Cole Lynchenfield.
Caleb Johnston.
Felix Deloche King IV.
Joe City.
McKay John Fitzgerald.
Abigail Ann Ellison.
Caleb Thomas Elliott.
Katie Sierra Bowser.
Aubrey Jennifer Osorio.
Kennedy Ruth Paul.
Madison June McKay.
Keely Reese Hansen.
Cade Michael Solich.
Sarah Darlene Nearing.
Scott Wilson.
Olivia La Brown.
Kylie Alexandra Bueller.
Amanda Spencer.
Rebecca Ann Lightburn.
Zachary G. Walters.
Kayla Rhiannon Kaler.
Christina I. Soreda.
Sarah Antoinette O'Connor.
Chelsea Lenora Pope.
Kendra D. Johnson.
Natalie Patricia Chelson.
Zachary Sell.
Carissa Joy Ritchie.
Sienna Anella Linz.
Madeline Williams.
Mason Altman Cafelos.
Chandra DeWitt.
Benjamin Douglas Luca.
Cameron Ann Giles.
Ryland Cole Donson.
Cameron A. Strong.
Eric James Ryan.
Isabel Lynn I.
May Zen.
Sierra Teresa Garza.
Kayla Erez Walker.
Hayla Ann Jarmtgard.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates.
Will the graduates receiving degrees from the College of Business and Economics please rise and come forward as directed by our commencement staff?
I'm gonna throw them in down here, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I was good. I appreciate that. Now I think just like, hey, you know where I am. So I'll do the same thing when you're up again. Elizabeth Lee Vreeland.
Logan Jean Wheeler.
Brittany Jean Godfrey.
Haley Holland Giddings.
Bailey Tay Stevenson.
Caitlin V. Minahan.
Bryce Atkins.
Joseph Tonkin.
Connor M. Luke.
Nathaniel James Hopkins.
Skylar Manabu Eubank.
Blake L. Runyon.
Cora Mickelson.
Ryan Patrick Hibbert.
Aaron Page Dobson.
Connor J. Bass.
Janet Ceballos.
Danielle Lee Boss.
Ana Elena Contreras Paz.
Jason McLean Moretta.
Jenna Nicole Sonnergren.
Andrew Joseph Walker.
Danielle Allison Bigley.
Kenyon M. Rapp.
Tristan Page.
Daniel Douglas Shell.
McKenna Tennille Hedelius.
Hayden Parker Trinan.
Zachary Michael Book.
Douglas Jason Derkirchhoff.
Maxine Nadia Polik.
Daniel T. Zender.
Matthew Luke Van Kirk.
Brooke Aline Thompson.
Jacob A. Solso.
Samantha Rose Siebold.
Benjamin W. Nutt.
Stephanie V.
Connor A. Berg.
Duncan Thomas Butler.
Riley Blake Weber.
Amy Catherine Rath.
Cassandra Camershin.
Lucy Murphy.
Brady Christopher Cutler.
Connie Ward.
Melissa Louise Decker.
Tara Jean Stevens.
Otis Joseph Willis.
Emma Renee Winkle.
David Earl Miller.
Spencer Michael Stroud.
Landon V.L. Greenelsh.
Mackenzie Brummond.
Gabriel Eugene Eifler.
Joseph Johannes Suri.
Tristan Chase Kuhlman.
Nicholas James Britton.
Lauren Francis Grinbergs.
Connor Allen Murray Molesworth.
Grace Elizabeth Wrighton.
Bennett Charles McDowell.
Hunter Wayne Crownover.
Lindsay Adele Eaton.
Connor William Brown.
Caden Robert Webb.
Joseph Daniel Patty.
William T. Prescott.
Hannah Marie Green.
Logan Anthony Reed.
Rukel Irene Mahmoud.
Torson Jacob Wilkins.
Jaden Jean Larkins.
Gabriel Janelle McLeod.
Shelby Castillo.
Maxwell Gray Moody.
Caitlin Madison Hammer.
Holden M. Zeals.
Sitlali Nicole Ojeda.
Trevor James Dufault.
Max Oscar Willie.
Matthew Charles Bleffin.
Christopher Allen Jennings.
Hannah Ray Cape.
Nicholas Andrew Morris.
Haley Nicole Wegzin.
Bo Taylor Leifer.
Cecilia Renee Thomas.
Demetrios Yorgos Washington.
Piper Elizabeth Morrow.
William Lawrence Henry Bachmeyer.
Alexis Ellen Ross.
Dylan Carl Herberg.
Ashley Taylor Lucas.
Dalton Lee Linz.
Tatiana Ona Welch.
Joey Ann Niehoff.
Hiwexi Tsayu Wisdom.
Grace Murphy.
Bailey Ray Tolbert.
Zachary Van Ryan Davis.
Gina Cicely Weiner.
James Mark Ellis.
Dylan Christensen.
Wyatt Isaac DeWitt.
Riley James Young.
Jeremy Kyle Dickey.
Bradley William Green.
Madeline Ardith Boselman.
Victoria Deanne Hewitt.
Emil Murdoch.
Greg Law.
Isaiah Grover.
Rana Momand.
Grace McQuiston.
Elliot Charles Rolden Jr.
Hannah Marie Peterson.
Chad L. Colgrove.
Joseph P. Abajian.
Michael Anthony DeRose.
Eduardo Teodoro Hernandez.
Andy McLeod.
Louis Reynolds.
Jesus Cervantes.
Jacob Mark O'Mahony.
Hope Maciado.
Brooks Raiden Ruffing.
Samantha Renee Smith.
Matthew Grant Eisen.
Linnea Nicole Jorgensen.
Almadine Kuljanich.
Devin John Dahlberg.
Bryce Macaulay Vaughn.
Ann Larson Peterson.
Nicholas Warren Guter.
Miranda Nicole Nava.
Trevor Andrew Lucky.
Stephen James Allport.
Braden Noonan.
Ian Smith.
Alexis A. Robertson.
Travis James Alexander.
Tucker Thomas Early.
Devin Berkowitz.
Christopher J. Prunvion.
David Matthew Galley.
Lonnie A. Noble Jr.
Bergen Lloyd Fair.
Daisy Gonzalez.
Pierce Anthony Worley.
Octavio Ramirez Lopez.
Andrew George Milichek.
Jacoby Reviglio.
Camille Nicole Henderson.
Susanna Marie Hasanovich.
Brenda Sofia Huamin Nastarez.
Savannah Corral.
Angelica Moreles Bonilla.
Kimberly Ann Loscott.
Adriana Moreles Bonilla.
Clayton J. Will.
Barbie Lynn Leona Tom.
Lucas Sawyer Bestie.
Emily Catherine Pollard.
Adam Robert Cummings.
Rayanne Elizabeth Edis Dunlap.
Justin Doan.
Audrin Eliza Conway.
Kagan Kastner.
Heather Nicole Campbell.
Kevin James Funderburg.
Paulina Beiza.
Kevin Dean Garrett.
Christine Tran Nguyen.
Mary Shannon Rials.
Lindsay May Spiro.
Liliana Gaona.
Katie Rose Gorsuch.
Taylor Fennell.
John Robert Moran.
Natalie Idalis Covarrubias.
Jake Dylan West.
Kelly Michelle Bryan.
Aaron Barrett.
Megan Nicole Luther.
Austin A. Martin.
Luke Arnold Schreier.
Weston Stanley Huff.
Colton Jack White.
Angel Espinosa.
Peyton Ray Rohrbacher.
R.J. Roughton.
Devin J. Rose.
Benjamin L. Brandon.
Rick Cota.
Casey Walker.
Caden Brett Stoneberg.
Nathaniel Barry Buer.
Joseph B. Mesner.
Tyler J. McLaughlin.
Noah Charles Mooney.
Cameron Mansour.
Sarah Deborah Burris.
Brendan Constantine Stefan.
Emily Marr.
Drew Mason Sherwood.
Julia Lauren Peterson.
Nicholas A. Richendiefer.
Desiree Useni Jonas.
Bryant Michael Reimer.
Venick Ian Miller.
Matthew Dennis.
Skylar James Novak.
Claire Morgan Vlasic.
Garrett Brian Fitzgerald.
Madison Sorsabo.
Kylie Kiefer.
Ashley Landon Hansen.
Emma Alexis Nye.
Alexis Nicole Hayes.
Grace Leanne Graham.
Dylan Buckland.
Bailey Claire Todd.
Caitlin Nicole Giordano.
Brent M. Duval.
Sheridan Blaine McWhorter.
Nicole Suzanne B.
Annalise Sabrina Castaneda.
Benjamin Austin Chapman.
Marcos M. Rodriguez.
Cole Collins.
Kyle William Marcus.
Madison Louise Amath.
Alexander Joseph Heron.
Bree Lanting.
Lucas Dimitri Keel.
Cole Alexander Schneider.
Shakuru Gasana.
Courtney Joy Hall.
Louis Avino.
Rachel Bowers.
Brendan Christopher Cunningham.
Samantha Taylor Pyle.
Kaylee R. Merritt.
Aiden Patrick Cornahan.
Claire Eliza Hanson.
Nathan Bushlack.
Aubrey Nicole Chatterton.
Grayson Beeman.
Jessica Means.
Jessica Kimber Geisler.
Ola Aldakili.
Ellie Blair Hall.
Kaylee Ann Doris.
Jeremy Nolan Applebaum.
Amanda Marie Basile.
Parker Eugene Parsons.
Manning John Smith.
Paige Elaine Sexton.
Carrie Yu.
Abigail R. Laurie.
Michael Thomas Bott.
Jordan Naylor.
Damiana Marina Stevenson.
Eric Lindgren.
Frederick Gordon Beck III.
Chandler G. Thornton.
Sadie Bell Breen.
Jesse T. Hibbard.
Kylie Nicole O'Connor.
Claire Elizabeth Kunkel.
Isaac Gerard Ollis.
Anna Sierra Noto.
Angel McComas.
Tyler Justin Gallus.
Chilan Nguyen.
Acacia Muari Poi.
Julianne Christina Weiser.
Sienna Noel Watson.
Jaden S. Wink.
Kane Mayer.
Cheyenne Willow Massey.
Allison Lund.
Bethany Noel Clark.
Joseph Sawyer Bissig.
Garrett Richmond.
Peyton Grant Adams.
Joseph Carlton Wilson Wesson.
Lexus Colby K.
Maxwell Jamie McCaleb.
Neil N.C. Willie.
Ryan Pence.
Emily Nicole Lynch.
Gabriel Robert Coleman.
Sarah Kathleen Johnson.
James Bernard Simmons Jr.
Taylor June Teeny.
Jesse Reese Lasley.
Allie Page Orr.
Logan Ann Brown.
Haley Christine Smith.
Hannah Nicole Wilson.
Matthew Solomon Jeffrey.
Julia Nicole Capitano.
Jared Tyler Hall.
Danielle Joe Barnes.
Hannah Noel T. Deccan.
Thomas Allen Pollen.
Mitchell Hyde Flint.
Willow Bay Lee Anderson.
Taylor Stuckey.
Benjamin George Lonigan Campbell.
Lauren Stevie Buckley.
Andy Fish.
Gabriella Marie Shriver.
Samuel Carson Simpson.
Deja Vu and Danae Whitmere.
Jaden Elise Streepy.
Kelly Mae Duran.
Zoe Ray Barnhart.
Jacob Matthew Engstrom.
Elijah Calvin Barney.
Stacy Escobar Machoreo.
Emily K. Russell.
Kendall Ann Carlton.
Daphne Yorgiu.
Ethan James Pena.
Malia Menegatti.
Carlos Orozco Pineda.
Nicholas Hacker.
Kylie Jean D. Fabritas.
Wyatt Earl McClure.
Danica Charlene Ward.
Amanda Malia Zeck.
Christian Gabriel Lucas.
Chrissy Kathleen Ellison.
Diego C. Wild.
Courtney Ann O'Connor.
Jared Bryce Puglisi.
Samantha Ann Lopez.
Joaquin Aristeo Guitron.
Cassidy Jean Harrison.
Gavin P. Scooten.
Noah Alfred Eliason.
Kartik Sundaram.
Nathan McCauley.
Sean Timothy Hogan.
Casey Marie Cowling.
Lucas Rydmar.
Jordan Christopher Gerberding.
Zane Scott Wilcox.
Mark Cheney.
Brett Anthony Ottinger.
Gabriela Vuolo.
Christopher Contreras.
Joshua Scott Osee.
Scott Allen Coward.
Oliver Guy.
Carter A. Barry.
Krista R. Campbell.
Jace Cooper Rogers.
Amanda Michelle McGinnis.
Luis Martinez.
Bridget LaHood.
Tiffany Bixler.
Aaliyah Denali Yunt.
Rianne Annette Guzman Reyna.
Jared Scott Tully.
Shell Nikolai Knapp.
Jack Thomas Morgan.
Nariman Ibrahimabov.
Carson John England.
Garrett Howard Jernigan.
Andrew Spencer Davis Rose.
Jake Rollin Atkins.
Jesse Tanner Balasic.
Logan E. Schreiner.
Justin Tyler Berry.
Jonah Dion.
Colin Boyd McCarley.
David Thacker.
Alex Jason Luthi.
Jake Austin Allen.
Alec Jared Ray.
Cherie Janine LeBeau.
Taylor Perry.
Magnus Bush.
Katie Bailey.
Lucas Kyle Upperly.
Jonathan Robert Daly.
Dan Sheff III.
Sally Allah Nasser.
Kaylin R. Smith.
Rosa Isela Jaimes.
Jack Thomas Huntington.
Megan Elizabeth Wayman.
Noah Russell Hurd.
Linnea Michelle Peters Pretzer.
Nicholas Young.
Janessa Nichelle Taylor.
Luke Boontich.
Joshua Michael Daniil.
Alexander Edward Rippert.
Jack T. Eichhorn.
Annalise A. Rivera.
Connor Van Kimball Sr.
Rocco Loro.
Brennan Daniel Toth.
Michael Vincent Pilato.
Christian Patrick Nasser.
Owen Shea.
Ariel Ann Renneker.
Dylan Andrew Tehran.
Emily Sarah Olive.
Michael A. May.
Sierra Kaylin Pike.
Zachary John Susted.
Peyton Julia Brewer.
Tanner Ruane.
Shay Alexander Heft. And Chloe J. Chester.
So congratulate these graduates.
Will the graduates receiving degrees from the College of Education please rise and come forward?
I guess so. Here we go. Maybe.
Don't touch the mic. Okay. Okay.
Oh. What about that?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Just let me know if you want me to. Here.
Sophia Elizabeth Carranza.
Hannah Jo Jaber.
Serena Natsuyo Johnson.
Brianna Lisa Galvin.
Isabella Stewart Ogilvie.
Delaney Ray Case.
Emma Justine Beck Potts.
Haley Grace Dodson.
Macy Moore.
Emma Louise Wilkinson.
Jarrett Driscoll.
Sarah Diamond Gerard.
Olivia Faith Wright.
Kevin Edwin Vasquez.
Trinity F. Lombardi.
Madison Miranda.
Ashley Grace Atkins.
Rebecca Aaron Deem.
Greta Mireille Gummer.
Marissa Ray Odewalt.
Whitney Marie Lauren.
Cherie Renee Nelms.
Delaney Ann Scow.
Nicole M. Cherry.
Alexandra Danielle Garcia.
Tavia Anne-Marie Lightfoot.
Katie Marie Phillips.
Lucia Lee Davis.
Miranda Nicole Pauslaw.
Bailey Wardle.
Danielle Aaron Cunningham.
Hannah L. Johnson.
Emma Rose Anderson.
Ashley Brianne Turner.
Lydia Rose Chamberlain.
Heather Elise Williams.
Kirsten Gentry.
Catelyn A. Lambert.
Abigail May Bernard.
Paige Madeline Nye.
Grace Morgan Howell.
Sarah Lynn Nygraf.
Leah Hope Christner.
Addison Jean Reeder.
Katie Lynn Dugan.
Chloe Ann D'Amato.
Jamie Ann Maita.
Taylor Sarah Sullivan.
Christy Carol Atalot.
Shelby Rose Leonard.
Esperanza Sucille Thurman.
Caitlin Donna Graves.
Lindsay Nibel.
Natalie Ann Souther.
Kennedy Joe Amora Bieta.
Lauren Taylor Jagger.
Nicole Elizabeth Friend.
Jenna Lee Yurkidis.
Gabrielle Francis Garner.
Gabrielle Praise Lopak.
Jaden Worrell.
Micah Danielle Hayes.
Parker Jean Boyer.
Michaela R. Gibbs.
Brooke Annette Basor.
Nicole E. Harrison.
Tessa Dawn Atuafi.
Sarah Elizabeth Turaville.
Ernesto Garza Jr.
Amber Purvis. Reagan M. Grentz. Brittany Michelle White. Megan Lynn Welter. Rebecca Elizabeth Nalen. Shelby Ann Brown. Abigail Jaylee Frazier. Kaylee Madison Matthews, and McKenna Lindy Clark.
Thank goodness that just.
I kept thinking, what if the ink melts? I do that.
So the people get to just leave.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. Will the graduates of the College of Engineering who are receiving degrees please rise and come forward as directed by our commencement staff.
You first.
Okay. Me.
Thank you.
Michael Carlos Migolori.
Benjamin Betancourt.
Jacob Ryan McFadden.
Keegan Haynes.
Jalen Allen Knoll.
Dexter Glade Peterson.
Joshua K. Coward.
Trevor Lewis Smith.
Connor Leroy Perry.
Roberto Amador Cisneros.
Haley Ann Heaton.
Brandon James Martini.
Jacob Paul Beslanowicz.
Keegan Michael Lam Mills.
John C. Koenig.
Caleb Willis Overly.
Reed Osbrink.
Caleb Isaac Fryer.
Joshua Hatch.
Quinn P. Lay.
Robert James Kinney.
William Riley Sexton.
Daniel Reed McDougall.
Angel Rodriguez Rivera.
Luke Heston Tolmie.
John Anthony Capone.
Jeremy Matthew Bouchard.
Robert Donley Muschamp II.
Ryan Wiley Vanacore.
Jennifer Lee Pages.
Justin Eric Schulzer.
Aiden M. Bowers.
Ellie Marie Schlacky.
Grant Allen Krishon.
Catherine Brianna Goff.
Russell L. Gray.
Olivia J. Tabor.
Ross Joseph Ambrose.
McKenna Leanne Rowan.
Ryan Grant Fowler.
Natalie Joy Reese.
Ashlyn Brooke Adamson.
Emma Cameron.
Keelan Wilden Chen.
Peter Christopher Haas.
Kenneth Wayne Miller.
Adam Benjamin Reingold.
Joseph Charles Moore.
Mark Angel Lopez.
Garrett Klaus Vandenbeld.
Eric Robert Shields.
Coda Donovan Bolt.
Jacob Joel Piccioni.
Jason Tyler Mick.
Zane J. McClish.
Ryan Garrett Piper.
Alejandro Macias.
Ulises Juan Trujillo Garcia.
Daniel Rao.
Javier Munoz Hernandez Jr.
Floriana Chalia.
Cesar Raimundo Castillo.
Sierra Ann Sanderson.
Andrew Thomas Gerber.
Amara Tarek.
Jack Thomas Carr.
Jayu Liu.
Aiden Thomas Luke.
Andrew Thomas Moorcroft.
Daniel Michael Bogdan.
Dustin Dang Huen.
Taylor James Paulson.
Cody Ryan Lacourcier.
Sonny Joe Moran Jr.
Gerard Murphy.
Angel Sean Apolinio Legaspi.
Gamin Wu.
Daniel Carmona Villamero.
Thomas William Blank II.
Andrew R. Carlson.
Caden Michael Doyle.
Carson Thompson.
Quinn Mathai Hulse.
Brian Alexander Mendez Garcia.
Ashton Elazar Enriquez.
Tanner Scott Effinger.
Shannon David Crane.
Devin Roth.
Elizabeth Dunzik Gauger.
David Marcial.
Cole Parker Ramsayer.
Adrian Lopez.
McLean Gary Griffin.
Sean Robert Shields.
Riley Phillip Smith.
Michael Adam Williams.
Samuel Douglas Matheson.
Zong Yin Chi.
Gaden Joseph DeLuna.
Gerardo Herrera Barriga.
Dylan Joseph Schramm.
Chase Wilson.
Jordan Gregory.
Kristen Elizabeth Mabry.
J.S. Seltzer.
Taylor Caroline Gibbons.
Anna Claire Nelson.
William Tadich Fors.
William Lewis Dowd.
Joseph D. Kitsaber.
Kenny Alego.
Ross Frederick Rippey.
Debjit Roy Chowdhury.
Jost Evan Lovell.
Chinwedem Notjoy.
Mateo Ortegon Grayales.
Trevor Dwayne Steelsmith.
Josh Adams Miller.
Mackenzie J. Steenson.
Thomas Edward Campbell.
Grant Stephen Stang.
Zarek William Silowski.
Andres Flores Guzman.
Seth Zachariah Banta.
Adrian Keen So.
Christopher David Matlock.
Joshua David Gandolfo.
Shane Contral Perry.
Crystal Brooke Black.
Kyle Shion.
Laura Ann Velvick.
Benjamin Thompson.
Andrew Joseph Kinney.
Cade A. Neiman.
Zachary Austin Pinkley.
Courtney Elizabeth Kim.
Emily Ellen Elliston.
Isabel Delaney Boycourt.
Cade M. Grieseth.
Kathleen E. Toher.
Hannah Marie Byers.
Delaney Kate Arnold.
Audrey Clara Parker.
Marie Lynn Phelan.
Zachary John Sullivan.
Mitchell Peterson.
Alejandro Page Draper.
Katie Jean Bleffert.
Colby Douglas Burns.
Victor Edwards.
Rochelle Dawn Cook.
Jacob O. Holmes.
Morgan Cole Kennedy.
Douglas Michael Tucker.
Logan Edward Hawkins.
Jonathan Paul William McLeod.
Luke Douglas Larson.
Jacob Ronald Fulmer.
Jace M. Okamoto.
Hayden S. Miles.
Clifford Walker.
Hannah M. Higdon.
Kyle Raven Druviestein.
Michael R. Garreau.
Sabrina Layla Moores.
Dylan Burrow.
Sebastian Sipe.
Peyton Marie Holland.
Hannah Ray Dunham.
Kyle N. DeWick.
Sierra Hyde.
Maeve Raphael.
Sarah R. Fawn.
Malaya Renee Wade.
Chase Michael Heath.
Colby Harrington Warfield.
Dawson Cole Beersdorf.
Paris Alexa Colton.
Donovan Walker Wright.
Sawyer Robert Thompson.
William Henry Rendler III.
Braden K. Buchanan.
Ryan James Perry.
Hugh M. Sheldon.
Kellyanne Lucas.
Nicholas Alexander Weichert.
Rakan Alotebi.
Guilherme Vieira Rodriguez.
Arhulful Irving Gonzalez.
Jack Burton.
Nolan J. Stabbert.
Wesley Stewart Brown.
Kevin Thomas Todd.
Anthony William George.
Makel Kinsley.
Matthew Kyle Johnson.
Kyle Tristan Sellers.
Samuel Alexander Jackson.
Joshua Alstrom.
Michael D. Ennis.
Nicholas Joseph Biglione.
David Geske.
Kyle Gordon Hosley.
Timothy Ralph Carlquist.
Mark West.
Matthew Robinette.
Piper Jordan Kilgore.
Michael S. Grant.
Mitchell Scott Douglas.
Jack Patrick Ginter.
Alexandra Nicole Ammerman.
Saulo Donathan Gregg.
Justin F. Polensky.
Thomas R. Hess.
Thomas Garrett Lovell.
Wyatt Dwayne Wolf.
Jason Edwin Clevenger.
Lucas A. Little.
Ethan Juan Thomas Diaz.
Colby Thomas Lord.
Britton Wheatley.
Trace Clifford Arnold.
Mason Reese Hewitt.
Trevor Robert Arnold.
Justin T. Palmer.
Jordan Cummings.
Ben Armstrong.
Ivan Brostad.
Cameron Christopher Trumwell.
Maxwell K. Murphy.
Brett Leaf Speed.
Koa Deng Wen.
Sean McDonald Reed.
Trenton Willamus Van Bracht.
Bryce Stephen Hunter.
Nicholas Bracco Robles.
Jensen James Preston Mulvey, Justin Paul Kusar, Jason Gabriel Kufhalt, Nicholas Hashim Al-Hadi, and receiving a degree posthumously, Drew Robert Moran.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. Will the graduates receiving degrees from the College of Health Sciences please rise and come forward as directed by our commencement staff?
Huh? That was it. I thought it was this college.
Is it this college? Oh, okay. You got me one more time? Appreciate you.
Simeon Michael Paugi.
Megan Grace Fisher.
Haley Carmela Olson.
Jocelyn Brianne Williamson.
Scout Sterling Rivers Duff.
Krista Eileen Jones.
Stephanie M. Holman.
Sydney Haley Smith.
Alexandra Lauren Kohlberg.
Kendall Dawn Hedberg.
Cody Ethan Tarbach.
Allison Rose Underwood.
Cameron Gerald Flainer.
Jada Danae Charez.
Annabelle Charlotte Sherrick.
Godavari Joan Murphy.
Madison Ann Grant.
Lindsay Megan Schwinning.
Macy Danielle Johnson.
Cassidy Lexis Hunter.
Taylor Ann Varney.
Destiny Andre Moore.
Kenna Nicole Hofer.
Michael Eric Izat.
Colton Joshua Cook.
Jesse Aaron Lindberg.
Amanda Ann Larson.
Darmeen Hadzik.
Alisa Lynn Larson.
Danielle Connaughton.
Chelsea Santos Isip.
Peyton Kaylani Simis.
Christian Cervelos Arceo.
Alyssa Ann Vermeer.
Catherine Julianne Warnicki.
Jennifer Rachel Forsyth.
Delaney Lynn Schmidt.
Maria Patricia Rink.
Hannah Jean Hansen.
Amanda Marie Boldeck.
Wyatt Mulhaney.
Vanessa Lynn Amyan.
Rachel Dawn Meyer.
Madison Hollingshead.
Catherine Ambrosio Lake.
Maria Manuela Morera.
Ashley Marie McAmis.
Mandy M. Bridgeforth.
Jesse Valona.
Natalie Louisa Palomar.
Valerie Theobald.
Chad Michael Sadlowski.
Jahira Pena.
Taryn Jennifer Franzen.
Connor Dwayne Park.
Michaela Jane Donovan.
Brittany R. Kingsmore.
Emma Grace Mayoski.
Natasha Kopik.
Taylor Anthony Dunlop.
Kira Brianne Stansel.
Brett Allen Spencer.
Kayla Marie Cocozo.
Carolyn Victoria Wendell.
Katie Marie Nursel.
Jillian Bailey Rogers.
Ricky Minder Hyman.
Taylor Nicole Anderson.
Erica Anlen Johnson.
Phoebe Harper Bowes.
Matthew James Neeram.
Harper K. Golden.
Garrett Lewis Brontoli.
Andra Arnell.
Stephanie K. Tucker.
Molly Grace Gawkin.
Ayla Mae Gable.
Jessica Lorraine Gribby.
Brooke Allison Bradley.
Hadi Suzanne Reynolds.
Olivia F. Wilkins.
Kiana Corpus.
Jennifer Rose Kapler.
Melissa K. Plumeau.
Marshall Xavier Perry Altringer.
Nico Celestial.
Emily Lauren Hurst.
Joshua Michael Young.
McKenna Jane Ortiz.
Aaliyah R. Ingram.
Natalie Claire McCauley.
Danielle Renee Coppola.
Carson Lane Longwill.
Samantha Elaine Orbanjik.
Callie R. Silcox.
Chantel Neonkaru.
Rachel Ann Lopke.
Sam Hammers.
Molly C. Lopke.
Lauren M. Vitort.
Anthony John Mayer.
Bailey Lynn Johnson.
Graciano Kevin Hallam.
Nicole Quinn.
Feroz Walazara.
Charlena Lancaster.
Jacob Pratt LeMay.
Olivia Ann Larson.
Rayleigh Jordan Rohan.
McKenna Robin Green.
Serena R. Hutchinson.
Lori Lee Buan.
Allison T. Singh.
Erica Rowe.
Alicia Taylor Davis.
Shaylin Kirkendall.
Maya Catherine Nguyen.
Lachey Zimmerman.
Madeline Marie King.
Sierra Michelle Reed.
Piper C. Loudon.
Tabitha Joe Thompson.
Hannah Michelle Revilio.
Michelle Elke.
Jennifer Estelle Lamar.
Sierra Faith Blanky.
Emma Marguerite Schauber.
Jacqueline Leanne Dodson.
Brian Hugh Mindao.
Alicia Ray Sanchez.
Petule Sufantathong.
Sophia Jarusi.
Glenn Andrew McCullough.
Descartes Rain Pike.
Jaden Shea Coolman.
Haley Merrick.
Jessica Angeline Myers.
Ian Stewart Taylor.
Carly Joy Gansky.
Amy Elizabeth Garcia.
Emma Kate Bernstrom.
Lauren Alyssa Gagliotti.
Sydney Ann Wells.
Sarah Ann McFadden.
Heather Terrell.
Kayla Wildman.
Lucina Keola Sinio.
Melinda Joy Berry.
Victoria Pritchett.
Crystal Ann Wilfong.
Zachary S. Holmes.
Carly Ann Alexander.
Trenton Lee Straley.
Caden Sky Griffin.
Natalie Grace Crapo.
Alejandra Hernandez.
Kayla Leanne Page.
Claudia Gabriella Gray.
Benjamin M. Stanford.
Cheyenne Alexandra Dean.
Therese Giovanna Costanza.
Terry Martinez.
Kendall M. Corberry.
Ellie Marie Thurber.
Jennifer Murray.
Catherine Elizabeth Felicia Onyagala.
Hannah Waldeer.
Sela Rachel Doherty.
Alexis Diane Cardinale.
Alexis Espy.
Alexandra Catherine Wade.
Caitlin Helena Thomas.
Harley Jade Clever.
Sydney Alexandra Esser.
Erin Ann Ferguson.
Sarah Marie Stewart.
Frances Kathleen Helling.
Bruce Hill.
Hannah P. Thornton.
Ellie Grigori.
Joshua Daniel Ruff.
Jade Ryan Nickel.
Haley Eileen Brown.
Megan R. Miller.
Marissa Lee Gustavus.
Michaela Key Walty.
Alicia Renee Lopes.
Jenna Beverly Peterson.
Claire Louise Amen.
Lauren Zuba.
Lauren Rose Lebouvier.
Katrina Marie Nordgaard.
Brenna Joe Menzel.
Becca J. Berry.
Caitlin Lee Norton.
Annalise Duran.
Annika Christine Van Mecklin.
Kendall Rose Capalungo.
Jacob Doyle Edson.
Rebecca Ann Easel.
Brennan Terry Porter.
McKenna C. Mulligan.
Lucky Christian Mendoza.
Taylor Michelle Roby.
Allison Bybee.
Mackenzie Ann Biaggi.
Alexis Christine Mosqueda.
Cassidy Hammond.
Brooklyn Rose Scott.
Amanda L. Miller.
Kara Alyssa Doherty.
Morgan Taylor Petrarca.
Constance Jennifer Taylor.
Robin K. Thomas.
Emily Wheeler.
Jenny Dominica Arambel.
Adoracion Elagio Curtis.
Riley Joyce Habel.
Ira Shanika Rimpio Aromin.
Nicholas Robert Olson.
Jamie C. Sabrisky.
Catherine Grace Sotera.
Luba Chubiai.
Michaela Lynn Rosiska.
Chanel Elizabeth Joe.
Jesse Collins Urbeck.
Jessica Julianne Donahue.
Lance Drew Lorang.
Shaylin Jean Stevens.
Joseph W. Prozina.
Avery Jace Hall.
Larissa Lee Shanton.
Carrie Alicia Carlisle.
Alexis Lee Cole.
Tatum Nicole Benjamin.
Jackson James Rice.
Hannah Glenell Fletcher.
Emerson Noel Toon.
Deborah Ingrid Hannah Sandahl.
Caitlin A. Kaczynski.
Shauna Luke.
Stephanie Antoinette Cottons.
Yesenia Olivas.
Cody Beard.
Mohammed Omar Aden.
Justin Kavika Wong.
Mana Osman Mohammed.
Jack Thomas Harvey.
Jerry Nabaret Stewart Jr.
Grant Thomas Connors.
Isabella Dolce Laforte.
Jacob Bernard Schaefer.
Jacob DeLong.
Ali Cooney.
Carson Kendall Schwanevelt.
Rachel Nicole Becca.
Vincent Andrew Belvedere.
Shelby J. Jackson.
Shalom Safari.
Emily Marie Coolidge.
Isabella Ann Roop.
Macy D. Lanfear.
Kimberly Joe Robbins.
Jenna Brink.
Allison Brennenstall.
Carolyn Nitchman.
Anna Alley.
Carolyn E. Merrick.
Jameson Marie Wiggins.
Caden Isaac Henry.
Bailey Ann Sorello.
David James Walker.
Aubrey Michelle Waterman.
Mason S. Ziegler.
Natalie Ann Mersick.
Angelica Tatiana Mojica Mas.
Dylan Michael Morgan.
Michael Sean Edward Wright.
Joshua T. Gladwin.
Robert Moran Doherty.
Patricia Navab Safabi.
Mason Perez.
Maddie Lynn Stewart.
Stephen Peterson.
Robert Alexander Sparcea.
Nada Ali Al-Jadani.
Jake Adam George.
Sydney Morero Grego.
Jacob Emerson Steele.
Lindsay Alexander Jula.
Hannah Charlotte Garcia.
Hannah Elizabeth Mitchell.
Riley Page Anderson.
Elizabeth Ann Heisey.
Elisa Lucille Larson Tejera.
Sailor Kathleen Hutton.
Madison Lee Parker.
Yukino Sarah Pearl.
Carly Adrienne Newman.
Shelby Mariah Gallegos.
Kara May Leonard.
Allison Joan Black.
Annika Katrina Losh.
Billy Lean McCarthy.
Amani Jade Pavera.
Jalen Paige Gartner.
Brooke Ann Kavech.
Sierra Joy Semler.
Katrina Nicole Fabry.
Casey Renee Lovell.
Haley Nicole Opperman.
Cooper Strauss Sims.
Shelby Morrison.
Jake Coder Moynihan.
Cheryl Lynn Fesperman.
Bailey Duro.
Jada Brichelle Reed.
Fallon Marie Cassidy.
Tessa Godfrey.
Christian Pierce Hoey.
Corin Ann O'Callaghan.
Olivia Johnson.
Ricky Lee Reese.
Reagan Kira Hetz.
Avery Villa.
Ian Patrick Neves.
Kimberly L. Smith.
Sage Nicole Murphy.
Destiny Ruth Overacre. Taya Joe Shoemaker. And Idana Marie Cobb.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. Will the graduates receiving degrees from the College of Innovation and Design please rise and come forward as directed?
And will the graduates from the School of Public Service please rise and come forward as directed by our commencement staff?
looks like me. Nope, you.
I'll go.
You.
Joey Sassino.
Adam Bennett.
Robert Neves Gutierrez.
Campa.
Catherine Ann Ward.
Sam Anthony Green Reyes.
Jamie M. Dunn.
Joshua John Palmer.
Dutry Nguyen.
Donovan Lee Montoya.
Luke Alexander Leslie.
Melissa May Leifesty.
Bryce Robinson.
Breland Hannah Funderburg.
Gunnar A. Stawning.
Kelly Nicole Marsiliot.
Christopher Jedediah Ballman.
Jared Alexander Bradley.
Zachary Alexander Kuffel.
Christopher Scott Rodwick.
Cody Paul Schoenfeld.
Cole L. Renee.
Ivor Anderson.
Jake Thomas Standerwick.
Jessica K. Anderson.
Peter Kenneth Davies.
Michaela Hansen.
Owen Jonathan Ayers.
Aaron Oliver Wauschwitz.
Yarna Senusal.
John Stephen Skosberg.
Brandon Sterling Sullivan.
Gabriel Benjamin Solis.
Maxwell Reed Cannon.
Ethan Bronner Townsend.
Roswell James Patero.
Tyler Luke Allen.
Joshua Benjamin McClary.
Cooper Robinson Conway.
Jonathan Tipton.
Chase Eucler Fannin.
Brandon Bass.
Valera Maria Lagos Sosa.
Christine Sayaka Todd.
Acacia Columba Vernon.
Liliana Bigtree Nolan.
Paige Renee Liquin.
Jared Rogers.
Peyton J. Liquin.
Jack Thomas Hicks.
Luke Dominic.
Kelsey Ann Morris.
Skylar Rose Garcia.
Carly Marie Lambert.
Trisha Joy Howard.
Ronald Austin John Keely Milekai Joseph.
Carolyn Z. Ward.
Dylan Ryan Dozel.
Vivian Eden Reed.
Ryan Williams Habelter.
Caitlin Marie Sudstrom.
Vincent Anthony Vernay.
Bailey Rachel Truax.
Scott Cooper Zollner.
Elizabeth Wilsey.
Chloe Brooke Ponder.
Olivia Marie Surgeon.
Martha Ortega.
Nicholas John Manning.
Lynn Amber Snyders.
Denali A. Miles.
Riley Yin Weisler.
Madeline May Saez.
Jasmine Nicole Wall.
Gilbert Jacob Bernal.
Nanea Adams.
Sarah Elise Braille.
Dominique Raquel Cota.
Ellie Anna McDonald.
Sarah Mandura.
Bradley Christopher Verbaut.
Grace Min Sheng McCroity.
William George Bukta.
Ryan Banks.
Tessa Elaine Sawyer.
Lindsay Renee Campbell.
Hallie Chamberlain Hill.
Haley Stevens.
Peyton Harris.
Jackson Luke Sumner.
Claire Joan Vogue.
Haley Lynch.
Ella R. Ernst.
Kelsey Parkhurst Tomlinson.
Isabel Aneda Gretan.
Diana Yvette Jimenez.
Lauren Nicole Atwood.
Yesenia Estefanio Navarro.
Justin Sargenti.
Andrew Jared Wright.
Chanel Renee Stiles.
Molly Ann O'Reilly.
Tyler S. Zafiris.
Leah Emily Simmons.
Jacob Walker.
Elizabeth K. Finchie.
Garrett Robert Hayes.
Elizabeth Ann Price.
Bailey Ione Sladen.
Ella Rose Siraihi.
Matthew J. Julian.
Alyssa Ray Cabrera Sibada.
Sean Cahill.
Yasmin Zlazi Erzrela.
William Wallace Myers V.
Edith Gonzalez.
Tristan Nicholas Rothy.
Riley Page Eisenberg.
Griffin Dunn Moody.
Cameron Elena Hill.
Kyle David Brown.
Halima Hamued.
Colton James Kelleher.
Adam Jeffrey Priest.
Ryan Raymond Ratterman.
Dominic Hohola.
Cole Alexander Kinghorn.
Dakota R. Charette.
Catherine Elizabeth Rowenhorst.
Eric Lee Phillips.
Gianna Nicole DeSantis.
Gavin Granger.
Marissa L. Landers.
Derek Andrew Item.
Kimberly Marie Van Maren,
Madeline May Bell,
Cassidy Ann Boughton,
Melina R. Davis,
Adela Tuskokovic,
Katie Jo Weber,
Morgan Tyndall,
Jose Gonzalez,
Nicholas Mark Griffin,
Madison Rose Connor,
Brittany Estella Cox,
Olivia A. Patrick,
Brandy Lee Ryan,
Callie Ely,
Christopher Robert Fiedler,
Reese Richmond,
Thomas Philip Morrison,
Vanessa Areno,
Allison Jane Montgomery,
Adriana Maria Melenes,
Michaela May Butler,
Natalie Christine Lovins,
Brenna Leanne Menting,
Brenda Giselle Carello,
Parker Ryan Vale,
Eduardo Leon,
Parker Aiello,
Michael Stanford Tuttle,
Cassidy Rose Bremer,
Carter Allen Jones,
Sydney Nicole Palmer,
Elizabeth Ann Fuller,
Allison Nicole Curtin,
Morgan Marie Schweizer,
Margaret Elizabeth Celeste,
Emma Rose Yodis,
Caitlin Rose Davison,
Caitlin Johns,
Rafe Andrew Johnson Hulse,
Bailey Caitlin Moore,
Brennan Keith Weatherspoon,
Noah Michael McGee,
Christopher Charles Land,
Bailey Renee Butcher,
Kaylee Oneda,
Kayla Jo Stevenson,
Alexa Reutemann,
Taryn Ray Tweedy,
Caitlin Joy McAnally,
Tiffany Ray Rainieri,
Chloe Rose Bauer,
Nash Higgins,
Carla Perkins,
Erin Louise Popanega,
Sabrina K. Torres,
Grace Rose Catton,
Danny Lynn Smith Jr.,
Peyton Ray Nunez,
Meredith Ann Sloan,
and Kenneth Houston.
Please join us in congratulating these graduates. It is my pleasure to present the candidates who have met the degree requirements and who have been recommended by the faculty for graduation. Will all the candidates for graduate and undergraduate degrees please rise?
And finally, for the moment you've been waiting for, if you remained, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of Boise State University, and upon the recommendation of our faculty, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate doctoral, education specialist, master's, baccalaureate, and associate degrees with all the rights and privileges thereto. Those graduates who are receiving baccalaureate degrees or associate degrees, please move your tassels. Congratulations, graduates!
Can they be that close? Just let me state